Okay, good evening, everybody. I need a quick show of hands, even if you could show your camera real quick, your face or whatever, your mug, even if it's just your hand. I'm wondering who has seen any of the lives that have taken place in the next 2 days or seen the announcements about Cancun. Raise your hand. Okay. Not everybody, I don't think. Okay. Hi, Grace. Grace is on too. Okay, so
Hi.
here's where I'm going to start is I just want to raised hand, Christy. Thank you. Okay, we're going to start with celebrations because we went through June. And so I'm going to recognize the people that have come onto this call. First of all, Dawn Turner. Well, congratulations, Dawn. She had two new customers in the month of June. Grace Fox with a brand new customer. Congratulations, Grace. Shriners had a new customer. Congratulations. Candy Clark had a new customer. You are welcome. Rachel, you had 3 customers again. Rachel, are you going to Kansas City? I can't hear you.
I'm not, sorry.
Why?
Well, I was gonna give my ticket to my sister-in-law.
No!
I just moved to New York, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so proud of you. I wish I could just meet you in person. So there's still time.
I don't know.
Congratulations on your 3 customers. I think that's so amazing. Also, just shouts out to Christy Westmoreland and David. They had 3 new customers. Congratulations, you guys. Joanna Johnson had 2 new customers. Laura Nowicki on Diana's team, she had 5 customers in June. Gloria Brinker, she had 6 customers and welcomed a new distributor. Paula Schlangen again, 7 customers. She's on a roll. And Paula also is on track. She maintained Pro 2 for the 2nd month. She's completely on track for a full pace setter, earning more money. And then Dr. Michael Powell hit Pro 4, $10,000 in monthly volume. Congratulations, Michael. Where are you on the call, buddy? Congratulations. Okay. So we had to do those shout outs, you guys. Celebration is just huge, huge, huge. And there were other people, of course, that brought in some new team members. We also had Chelsea Johnson. She welcomed Leah Delano. We had Gloria Brinker welcome Lisa Brinker. Amber Ritter on Gloria's team welcomed Colleen DeHart. Gary Kleber, I think on the Powell's team, welcomed Rhonda Wilson. And then I welcomed in Jen Pensinger. So congratulations, everybody. And just a reminder, too, when you bring in those new team members, add them to the proper team page one at a time. So if your Pro 5 has a team page, add them to that, given their permission. And then when you sit down with them and go through that blueprint and you have your training, let them know about the resources of other team pages. Maybe they want to be on another one right away. Maybe they don't. But let them be added to those at their pace. Okay, Kansas City is right around the corner, and it's not too late, Rachel. It's not too late to go to Kansas City. So now tickets are going on sale. Tickets for $79. People are looking for roommates. We have people on the Zoom that are driving to Kansas City that have room in their vehicles, and I guarantee someone in your area is probably driving that you could reach out on some kind of site on Facebook and hop a ride with them. Okay, next, already looking ahead, Long Beach is the next Elite Academy. That is taking place August 3rd through the 5th. I know a lot of us on the west side of the US could probably drive that and have a lot of fun with some teammates. That registration is $99 until July 22nd, just an FYI. All right, now next, I'm going to share my screen real quickly, and I want to show you guys a new resource that the POs have worked very, very hard on. Can someone give me a thumbs up? Can you see my screen? Awesome. Okay, so this is a resource for you, and I can tell you I've been on enough trainings and enough Zooms now that I know the heart and the intention behind this is for this to be a resource, one place where you can find everything you need, whether it is science. If you look under research tab, There's just going to be a ton of different things that are available to you. But anyway, I'm not going to go through the site, but it is called onepersonbigdifference.com. When you go to this site, you will be asked to register. I want everybody, if you have not, to make sure that you register. Once you have registered, Sean and Michelle will get an email that you've done so, and they will then approve you. And then once you've registered and you log back in, once you've registered and you've been approved, you'll get an email that states that. Or you could simply text your Upline Pro 5 and say, I just registered for the site. We can text Sean and Michelle and give them a heads up and get you approved that much quicker. Once you log in, you can ask it to remember you, and then you don't have to log in every single time. So this is something that if you are on the Vitality Hustle page, Sean did a live yesterday, I believe, and went through the site in a lot of detail. So that's a great resource that you can do. I'm not going to do that for you here, but everything that you could imagine, whether it's an opportunity presentation, our patents, our studies, science videos, stuff on animals, athletes, you'll find it on this site. It's just something you truly have to play around with. You also on this site, under the Launch tab, are going to find the blueprint. A long time ago, the company had a blueprint that was sent in every kit. They don't do that anymore. So now, Sean and Michelle, they had created their own blueprint. The third party that did this site for them took that blueprint and customized it to match this website so it looked more uniform. I went and got one bound today. It cost me $22 to get it printed and bound because I'm training a new distributor tomorrow. So when you go through this, it's basically a getting started for your distributor. It's going to talk about WhatsApp. It's going to talk about the Facebook groups, social media, their goals, how fast they want to go, how slow they want to go, their website, introducing them to Upline. It's really going to give you everything you need to do to get them started. And Sean and Michelle have asked for my feedback upon going through this with my new distributor tomorrow, because they really want to make sure that everything that should be there to launch someone properly is there. So use this. And I would recommend, before you ask anyone for anything, go to this site first. Okay, so make sure you register for that. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is the Destination Elite Academies. So the purpose and intention behind this, and I want to say real quickly too, it's very easy, I think in network marketing in general, when there's an announcement, to have FOMO and you want to get it out to your team as quickly as possible before you process it yourself. And that can cause a lot of confusion. It can cause anxiety. It can cause feelings of being overwhelmed. And I just didn't want that for you guys. So I've tried to not put a lot on our site just yet on Team Act, because I really wanted you to hear from us, your leaders, because there's going to be a lot of mindset behind this, right? And we just want to make sure you hear this in the clearest and most concise way, in the most loving way possible, if you not have already done so. And so I just didn't want to just take it and say, okay, got to get it to them before they hear it from anyone else. I wanted to get it to you once we've talked about it ourselves and processed it. And the intention behind a Destination Elite Academy is that there are a lot of incentive trips, right? And a lot of people have not been on an incentive trip. And in those incentive trips, you have fewer people, basically, and you have a lot of time where people are in the pool. There's more gatherings that take place when you're at that resort type of environment, when you're at a destination. And therefore, you become one with the Pro 10s. Everybody's on the same level playing field, right? You don't have to go hide in your room. And you have more of the ability to really network and sit with people, talk in the pool, have a drink with people, have food with people, and really get to know them and really feel the essence and community of what LifeVantage has and what our leadership is. So I have asked, thank goodness that I have people smarter than me on this team. So I have asked them to go through this PowerPoint, and I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. And then we're going to open it up for questions. So please write down your questions and we'll answer those at the end, because it's very important. If you have a question, someone else probably has the same question. So please do not be afraid to ask it. And please hear this information with an open heart. I don't want anybody already hearing this saying, it can't happen for me. I want you to wipe it off right now and just hear this with an open heart and an open mind, because this can happen for anyone. So with that, I'm going to just shoot it over to Jeanette, and she is going to go over the Destination Cancun Elite Academy that will happen in February.
Oh, I have to unmute myself because Tanya's in control. So can you guys all see my screen? Awesome. Okay, so Rich Scott made this phenomenal I say, guys, put this, download this. Rich, send this to everyone on this that's on here. Put this as your backdrop on your computer. Make this a goal. So I love when when Tanya and I were talking, and Rich, we were kind of texting back and forth. And I think the biggest thing is just having you guys understand the excitement behind this and why, as a company, this is so exciting. This could be so unbelievably fun for not only you, but also your family. Like, I'm looking forward to the fact that my kids and my husband, that I don't generally bring with me to these events, could come, and while we're in the event, they could be playing and they could be doing, partaking in Cancun and having some fun. So be thinking about that. So Destination Cancun, let me see, I think I need to, there we go. EA for 2020. I'll be honest, when I first heard this, I thought, ooh, okay, I'm not sure. This is gonna be interesting. I want to know more. I don't know how many of you guys thought that, but I was intrigued, but a little nervous, because I was nervous about what, the other EAs that we have going on. Well, know that this is the big one, you guys. This is the one for 2020. This is our, we're starting there. And then my understanding is there'll be maybe something regional. And then obviously we all know global convention is every 18 months. I'm not sure if that's all been announced, so I'm not going to get into it too much. But know that this is the event. So think about, like, Charleston. Charleston was expensive to go to. Charleston was one of those events that cost a lot of money to get to. And when we went, it was a lot of expense when it came to other things. So think about it that way. This is the big event. Let's just go through real quick. So I'm sure you guys have all seen these slides, right? Most of us have probably seen this already. And we're just going to go through how this works. We're going to be at the Moon Palace Moon Palace Resort in Mexico. My understanding from the pose and from others that have been there, it is phenomenal. It is top notch, one of the kind. It's going to be an incredible experience, you guys. It's all inclusive. So the first thing you want to do, so we're just going to go through these really fast, and then we'll get into the nuts and bolts. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to register. There are 3 different financing options, and we'll go over that in a minute. But if you guys are looking at these rates of these sorry, let me go through this. Next, you're going to get your money back. We're going to show you how to get your money back. And then we're going to go and we're going to have fun. Here's the exciting part is you can go, you can have fun, but you can also, sorry, my phone's going crazy. We can go, we can have fun. You can spend, more time, so you can go a little early and you can stay a little late. And my understanding as of right now, and unless Rich or Tanya have heard, it's going to be the same cost as the rooms. So you can go and take your family and make it a mini vacation on top of a vacation that it already is going to be. Plus, here's the thing I love the most, you guys. I was telling my husband this today. I was like, it's a tax write-off. Like, it is a true tax write-off for a vacation. So all your expenses are a tax write-off to be able to go. So you take your family and you're going for business and you get to write that off 100%. I mean, who doesn't want to do that, right? I mean, write off your vacations. I try to do that when I go. That's why I built my team in Texas, because my family's there and I know when I go and visit them, but it comes at a cost because I have to do meetings while I'm there. So you do need to have that tax write-off. So when and where, you guys, February 6th through the 10th of 2020 in Moon Palace Cancun Resort is what it is. So what I want you to do really fast while you guys are if you have a pen and papers, I want you to write something down. I want you to write down your name, who you're going to bring with you, right? Are we going to go to Cancun alone? Probably not. And then are you going to bring any kids with you? And the reason why I say do this is what I had to do to kind of get it stuck in my head. So the first and second person is $950, okay? So you would say yourself is $950. Then my husband, Mark, is $950. Okay, so now we're at, $2,000, right? For the two of us. Then our children. So I have one child who is 10, so I know she's going to be, so Avery's going to cost me $150 to go. And then Gabby is 16, and so Gabby's going to be $240. So I instantly figured out that cost because I wanted to know what it was going to take to get my family there. So, I'm looking at $2,390 is going to be my cost, right? Then on top of that cost is our elite ticket to go to the Elite Academy. So figure out who you want to go to the Elite Academy, because let me tell you guys, with this event, they're going to have a total of 2,000 people at that Elite Academy event. So every person has to have a ticket. So like before, when we're going to Kansas City, if I brought my 16-year-old, I could sign her up just because she's 16, the ticket is free. This we do have to pay for every person going. So honestly, I'm going to allow my husband and my kids to go and have fun and enjoy the beach and whatever. And I'm going to go learn and I'm going to go be with my team and it's going to be exciting. Or if you want your whole family there to experience it all, because I've had my daughter at an event and it was phenomenal. Gabby had the best time ever. So put that cost in there as well. So what's the cost with that, $99 or 99 times whatever. So then look at that. That is what your cost is. So what's included when you say all inclusive? So let me just break that down. Our airfare is not included. Some places is cheaper than the other, or some areas of the world it's cheaper to fly into, Mexico than other areas. I know Texas is pretty inexpensive to fly to Mexico. I think California is pretty inexpensive to fly into Mexico as well. So, maybe right now start looking at those costs and seeing what that looks like as well. But here's the great part, you guys, once you get there, so you get there, you got your hotel, you got your airfare, we got all those costs involved. Now you sit back, you stick your purse in the safe that's in that room, and you have everything included, right? All your food, all your drinks. And we're talking like, everything, you guys. You don't have to carry a wallet. You can just go and have fun. And if any of you guys have ever been on a incentive trip with LifeVantage, or, I haven't yet, but I've been to Pro5 Summit, and I can tell you guys, they roll out the red carpet no matter what they do. So I can't for a second think that this is going to be any different. I believe without a shadow of doubt, they're going to roll this red carpet out for us, because they are not just running this event or this hotel, not rooms. It's the entire resort, you guys. They are running the whole thing out, which is really exciting. Sneak peek in the rooms, you guys. I was looking at this, I'm like, what? Little tiny hot tubby things in every room? This is crazy. So a standard room for that $950, that Superior Room Deluxe, normally would be $2,283 per person. We're paying $950 per person. That blows my mind, you guys, to think that's crazy exciting to think that we can have that cost. That's over half of what, is what you normally pay. And then the prices just keep going up from there. The Ambassador Suite, that obviously looks a little bit fancier. And then they just keep getting nicer and nicer and nicer, which I'm wondering, is this like your own little private pool? I doubt it, but I just thought, man, I'll just tell myself that was for that $1,200 per person.
That's a big hot tubby thing.
It's a big hot tubby thing out of my room. So, so look at this. And what I guess as as one of the leaders here, I just want you guys to print this stuff out. Sit down, take the time, print it out, cut these pictures up and post them everywhere. Figure out where you want to be and what you want for your family, or what you want for your team. Because here's the cool part, and we'll go through that here, sorry, in a second. I tend to get, most of you guys already know that. I tend to get really excited, and so I want to just keep going really fast. So I'll slow down. And then here's this presidential suite, you guys. Can you imagine that? How cool that would be to be in this presidential suite. It has up to 6 guests, in this actual suite. So this is something that you could rent with your team. $17.50 per person is what that would cost. So here are our payment options if you guys haven't seen that. So we have 3 options, and the options go as simple as this. Option number 1 is you pay it all in full at the time of registration, okay? Option number 2 is 2 payments, 50% payment, and then final one is due by October 31st. And then our third option is you can do 4 payments, which is 25% due, and then additional 25% on the last day of the month, following those 3 months. So you're just going to make a payment those months. So what I would instantly do is figure out where you would fit in these payment options. Take the reason why I had you write down how many guests, your kids, and all that stuff. You want to make sure that you take that percentage, that 25% of, for my family would be the, $2,390. That's what will be due at the time of when I register my family. Here's the only thing that you guys must understand is that this is only open. These options are only open. Option 2 and 3 are only open until July 31st. So you can pick those, but you need to have those expenses put in your head. So I love that Tanya's wanting to do this so soon. It was launched yesterday. We're wanting to jump on and let you guys know all this now, because we have now July 2nd. We now know we have until the end of this month to, to throw in or to come up with that amount of money. I understand, and I might, Tanya and Rich, if you guys want to jump in on this as well, I understand that this is a busy month. It is, Elite Academy. We got that. We also have Elite Academy Long Beach. But think about what this could be, for your family, how big this could be for your business, for your team, how exciting this is. I look at this and say, man, this is the first EA destination, and I'll be able to sit back and go, I was at the very first one. How exciting is that? How many of you guys have been to the first of LifeVantage stuff? And we can sit back. I know my team and I have done that before. Well, we were the first to go to that. There's something to say, or something to be said with that. So I don't know if Tanya and Rich, you guys good?
I just want to say too, my heart right away when I heard this went to, you're going to compare it to Charleston. Well, a lot of people couldn't go to Charleston because of the cross, if I'm being honest. Mm-hmm. And I knew that because I am that way a lot, that just like with incentive trips, it is so easy for your head to instantly go to that of defeat. I want you, this is it's a challenge. It really is. All the personal development you've ever heard about, all the things that you've done to plug in, all the things that you know, because you listen to the calls and you're part of network marketing, you're part of LifeVantage. This is the time, if ever there was one, to put it into action, right? To really, really exercise your mindset to that of abundance, that you deserve this trip, that you are capable of earning this trip, and that when you get there to be on that trip, it will be one of the greatest trips of your lifetime, because you will be surrounded by like-minded, amazing people, right? People are going to work their tails off to earn this trip. The average temperature on these beaches is 84 degrees. And just think, by making that one first initial payment by the end of the month, by finding that way, praying on it, talking to your family, getting your family involved, getting your kids involved, showing them these slides, these pictures. By making that one first payment down, that should then be your driving force to work your tail off for the next 90 to 120 days, so that you've afforded this on your own. You've gotten money back to help pay for it, and you've truly earned it. And on top of that, you've made extra money because your business has grown, because you've rank advanced, because you brought in new people. Like, consider all of the growth that can take place on your team and through you by just making that one first down payment and then going after it to pay for the rest through your business. It's really huge, you guys. It's really, really huge. So I just challenge you. I challenge you to let go of that negative mindset, to work every single morning, to have abundance, and really believe that you deserve this and you should be there, and really, truly visualize it. Like Jeanette said, see yourself in those pictures, see yourself there with your family. Writing down the names, Jeanette, even just writing those names on paper, that's a huge exercise. There's a lot of power in writing that down on paper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. For me, it just visualized it like that. Sorry, Rich, go ahead.
No, I think you're doing great. I just want to reiterate what I love about this is, you mentioned it before, you go to an EA and you pay for the hotel, but you got to pay for your food. You got to pay for your Uber. You got if you want to do anything in the destination, that's all on you. And I love the fact that this is the hotel and the food and everything. And it's right there. We're all going to be there. And how awesome is it that LifeVantage set it up in a way that you can break it up into 4 payments, earn. I love the fact that somebody said it, some elite or a Master Pro 10, it says the best way to build your business is focus on what it takes to get to the incentive or to a trip. Well, now anybody can do this. It's laid out, and they're even helping you by letting you break up the payments as you go. I think it's an awesome way to throw gas on your business. I love it. And I know Jeanette's going to get into some even better stuff next.
We'll see. No. Yes, I completely agree. Like, just visualize yourself there. You guys are going to hear us say that a lot, because I think that's where the mindset is, where we have to be. So earning our money back, like, I think that to me was the most exciting things, because how many events have we been to where you don't have this option? You don't have an option to make money to go to, Kansas City. They didn't have, granted you bring in business partners, you grow your business, you can do pace setters, you can do different things like that. And yeah, you're going to get money in that regard, but this is actually to pay for your trip, which is really, really exciting to me. So when you think about it, first and foremost, when I looked at my list, the first thing that I thought of was, I want to get my kids there for free. Why? That just gets rid of, right off the top, that gets rid of, how much was it for my children? I can't even remember. I have it written down. But anyways, that gets rid of that fee, for my kids. That gets rid of $390 like that. So, and how do I do that? I do that by helping my team. I do that by being there for my team. I always say this to my team: don't look up, always look down. Always be watching the people below you in your organization and helping them, because our job is always to reach down and help them up, right? And so don't be looking at the top and seeing what all these other leaders are doing. You should be looking at how you're going to help others. And I love this, because this is such a beautiful way to do that. You help 5 of your team members achieve any tier, any of the tiers above. So 5 of your team members achieve those tiers, which means they're going to get 250, 500, 750. You see it. And then you get to bring your children for free, and then help them do the same and help them do the same. And it's just an effect that we can see that. So even if you could just take the smallest things, such as, for me, I thought, I'm going to start with my kids. I'm going to bite off these pieces. And when I start with getting my kids there for free, I get to help my team members. As I'm helping my team members, you're just going to watch it all. It's just going to snowball. It's going to be that snowball effect of, hitting those different tiers. And so how that simply looks, let me see, I'll go right here. So here's our ways that we can earn our points, you guys, to get there. New distributors with a PV of 1,000, so that would be a platinum pack, right? You get 100 points right there, right off the top. 509 to 999, 50 points, 250 to 499 is 25 points. And then I was reading that if someone upgrades, so say like somebody joined and they're a silver pack and then they upgrade to a platinum pack, you're going to get 70 points. Does that make sense? Like, so you're still going to get points for upgrade. It just won't be the full points, but it'll be, deduction there. So that encouragement of getting people to upgrade into a different pack. These right here are going to max out at 600 points. So what I would instantly do, you guys, when you download, how many of you guys have downloaded the tracker form? I've already downloaded it. So download the tracker form, which is this here. And I wrote in down here, what rank I want to be at. Okay. And then from there, I went from, did you ask?
Real quick, sorry, I just want them to know you can find that by going to your own website, and it's right on the home page. It'll be Welcome to Cancun EA. And if you click on that, you'll be able to register, and then you'll be able to download what Jeanette is showing you.
Yeah. Can you see this other screen of mine? Or you still see the same one? Okay. So yeah, it's right in here. It's down in here. There's the download right there. And that's on the home screen. You just go Destination Cancun and it'll bring this up. And then you can download that and print it. And it's this here. And then it also has this page here to give you these points. So I love this because this is a great way of, yes, tracking it. But what I did was I'm going through and I actually started writing in what I'm going to do, what I want my points to look like, because I want to already visualize those points and how those points are going to look. So I know what I'm reaching for. So I know what my goal is. We say it all the time, that mindset of reaching for something big. When we say we want this, we need to reach for that, right? So if I say I want to hit pro 6 in a year, but really I know that financially I want to be at pro 7. Does that make sense? I don't know if that made any sense. I'll just tell you my own journey. Like, I knew where I wanted to be. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I wanted to do it really fast. I wasn't even thinking about my husband and bringing him home. That's all I was thinking about was me coming home. And I did it fast because that was my mindset, my goal. I wish now, looking back, I would have set my goal higher. I set it at exactly where I wanted it to be. Does that make sense, you guys? So like, break this down. Look for it, break it down for those big goals, that grand total, and then just plug away and just believe it, believe it, believe it. Michelle always says, see it, believe it, receive it. It is such a true thing, you guys. See it, visualize what you're wanting and what those points look like. So what do those points look like? We have rank advancement points. So as you're rank advancing, so your rank advancement points work this way. So whatever your rank was in June, that is your rank. So if you were a, pro 1, you rank advance to pro 2. If or say, I'm sorry, I should have said that differently. If you were a pro 2, but you fell back in June and you're a pro 1, you can still hit the rank of pro 2, get that pro 2 rank again, and then you're going to get that 100 points. Does that make sense? And then maintain it the next month. So in July, you're going to get 100 points for hitting that rank of pro 2. And then August, you're going to get 300 points. And you just keep maintaining that, you guys. Maintaining it, and you're going to get these points. That I love. I love that it has this maintenance. I don't know about, Tanya and Rich, but this excites me more than anything because I am all about like hitting that rank and keeping that rank. Keeping that rank every single month is the most important thing. That should be your goal before your goal is the next rank, if that makes sense. In my mind, that's what I believe. I believe that if you hit pro 2 and next month you're not going to be pro 2, why are we thinking for pro 3? If we hit pro 2, we should want to be pro 2 the next month and the next month and the next month, striving for that Pro 3, building your, I feel very, I feel very much as a leader that I want my team to also celebrate the fact that with their maintenance as well. I think that those celebrations, sometimes we don't celebrate those enough, because even if you're, a Pro 2 1 month, if you maintained it the next month, that's amazing, you guys. We knew how hard it was to get there the first month, right? So I'm sorry, I know that's a lot on just the maintenance, but that excited me to see that they were so focused on this being maintenance and then giving us triple the points. That's awesome, you guys. Like, that is so exciting. So pick where you want to be. Where do you want to be in those months? Write it down here. So July, I'm going to be this. If in July, you're going to be, the same rank that you're at, that's okay. That's all right. Look at product sales. Look at where you're going to be or who you're going to help, or, and go from there. But pick that and then look at those points. And those points add up so unbelievably fast. It is absolutely crazy to me. When I started going through this, I was like, are you kidding me? I can do this. Like, I can completely do this, you guys. Like, a Pro, what were we saying? Pro 3. So if you took a Pro 3, someone's Pro 2 this month, they hit Pro 3 in July, that's 200 points. Then they have August, September, October, November, and December. So 5 months at, what is that? 3,000 points, right? What would that be? 3,200 points? Mm-hmm. That's 3,200 points towards this, for hitting the rank of Pro 3 in the month of July, and then just maintaining it through this period. 3,200 points, you're at tier 7. Sorry. You're at the first tier. I mean, that right there is $250 towards your trip. That's part of a plane ticket, you guys, or that's bringing one of your kids. That's phenomenal. So, think about how that looks and add up those points. This is the time that you look at these ranks, and this is the time that you fly. This is the time that you say, where do I want to be? And you have that goal in mind. Because sometimes I think our goal, at least for myself, I'll have a goal, but I'm very comfortable at where I'm at. I love that I'm a stay-at-home mom. I love to do, I love that I get to do what I'm doing. But what's pushing me? I would love to take my family to Cancun in February. I think that would be the most exciting thing ever. They would we would have a blast. So what's that drive? That drive is, I need to go to EA anyways, because it's a no-brainer, right? You go to events and you learn. We don't miss events. That's just, that's our business. So I'm not going to miss this event. So it's either a matter of, am I going to pay the money to go to this event, $2,390? Or am I going to work my tail off and have LifeVantage help me pay to go to this event? Because either way, I'm going to this event. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's my mindset there. Is there anything else on here? Okay, the influencer program. So I love that they're bringing that back. Because they announced this in February at Charleston. The influencer program. So they're still going to do that. Here, if you go here to LifeVantage, you go to the influencer program. And again, what I love about this program itself is that it is all about rank advancing. It is all about building your team and helping your team get to those different ranks. So it's all about stability in your business. And that's why I think these incentive trips are so exciting. And these different type of incentives are exciting because they're business building incentives, if that makes sense. So by doing this influencer program, I'm going to push this over so you can see the points here. So you rank advance, you become a Pro 3 by the end of December. So if you're a new distributor to Pro 2 by the end of December, and you get 2 new distributors per month. So that's 12, 3 new customers per month, 18 customers by that time. You're going to get some points there, you guys. That's exciting in itself as well. So start figuring that out as well. And if you need, we can break this down. I know that we didn't want to be here all night. So we could totally, I would say, get with your Pro 5 and up leader and say, hey, Rachel, if this is something you want to do, she's the girl I can see on my screen. call me. You and I are going to sit down. We're going to hammer this out on Zoom, honey. You and I, Cancun. Let's go lay on the beaches. It'll be fun. Have your Pro 5 on walk this through with you guys. That I think that, because this here that they're including this alongside of all of these other points, that's so awesome, you guys. Like, it is so unbelievably doable. Rich and Tanya, you guys have anything?
I just want to say real quick, you guys, like, scare yourself. Because I know, I just speak from past experience, and I know some of you are like this. Like, the thought of even making that phone call to your Pro 5 and committing yourself to doing this can be terrifying. I so get it. But I'm telling you, that terrifying feeling and then making the call anyway and then writing it out, like, just influencer alone, when you add up the fact that by the end of December, getting 18 new customers by the end of the year, getting 12 new distributors by the end of the year, not only are you gaining points along the way to a vacation in Cancun with some of the top mindset people in our company, but think you're earning all this money along the way. You're earning all these fast start bonuses along the way that also help pay for this trip, right? I've never been to Cancun. My kids have never been to Mexico. They would freak out if they got to go. They're so mad that I'm going to Ireland. They're so mad. And I want, like, even just telling them that I would be going after this is a little scary, right? Like, do I put it out there and tell my kids that I'm going to go after this? Because then what if we don't? What if you do? What if you do, right? What if you do? Rich, do you have anything to say?
Absolutely. Great job, Jeanette, by the way, explaining
Yes,
this.
thank you,
Guys,
Jeanette.
huh?
I said thanks, Jeanette.
Oh, I thought you couldn't hear me. So this is awesome. And Jeanette would be here probably all day explaining everything. But down below, one of the things that I thought was really awesome is, I love what Jeanette said. It rewards you to build your team. And one of the things that LifeVantage did was shows a brand new Pro 1 how to qualify. It literally step by step. So it's a little bit further down. And that's our goal, is to bring in somebody new. Like Jeanette said, build your team. And it gives you an example of a brand new Pro 1. How does that brand new person go through it? I don't know if you want to go through that or just know that it's there, whatever you guys think. And then I have the thing that you wanted me to end on, Tanya, when you're ready.
Yeah, let's do it. And then we can end this call. I would love that, Rich.
Okay, can I share my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hopefully you won't see my mess. I got stuff all over my desktop. It's crazy. Okay, so behind me, you're going to see this huge camera. And many of you guys know that I love to do videos and stuff like that. It's just one of my things I'm passionate about. But I was struggling with, like, who am I? I'm not a Steven Spielberg, who am I to be successful? And I was meeting with some Christian filmmakers, and this is going to be very relevant for you in like 3 seconds here. How many times have you have something that you want to do? We're talking about this trip to Cancun. We're talking about to Mexico. We're talking about getting to the next rank, wherever your goals are. It sometimes, doesn't it seem like it's, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get there. It's scary. And so the filmmaker thing is really relevant because I was meeting with this guy and I had like 30 minutes to kill. And so I went over to like kind of a Bed Bath & Beyond place and just kind of hanging around. And I was looking for like film type memorabilia because I like to put some stuff on my walls. And I come around this corner and this book called Chase the Lion was sitting on like this table. And I'm like, what is this doing here? So I pick it up and it literally says right here, if your dream doesn't scare you, it's too small. And I was like, what? I kind of looked around like, what, is somebody playing a joke on me? And come to find out, they don't usually sell books at all there. And here's what's ironic is when I went up there, they only had 2 copies in the whole thing, and I had 1. And I took it as, you know what? I can do this. And so I started reading this book. I shared a little bit from Tanya, but I want to share the Lion Chaser Manifesto, because this is what we're talking about. And if you don't know where Chase the Lion comes from, let me just explain it to you. In the Bible, King David had his mighty men that surrounded him, and they were his support system, and they were there, and they were so committed to him as a leader because he was a great leader. If you haven't read much about David, you should read him. He's an amazing leader, and that's what I love about our company. Tanya and Jeanette and all the leaders that are here, they're vested in your success. And that's what Benaiah was. He was vested in King David's success. And there was a lion terrorizing this village. And on a snowy day, he found the lion's tracks, and he tracked it. And he found it, and he chased it into a pit. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I ain't going to go jump into a pit with a lion. That's just too scary. Well, not Benaiah. Benaiah jumps into the pit, kills the lion. He chased the threat. And in your business, it could be doubt, it could be fear, it could be all of these things. And so it's an amazing story. And I want to read to you the manifesto because it's relevant for this. So listen, I know this sounds a little crazy, but I want you to close your eyes as I read this. And I want you to really sink it in, okay? So this is the Lion Chasers Manifesto. Quit living as if the purpose of life is to arrive safely at death. Run to the roar. Set God-sized goals. Pursue God-given passions. Go after a dream that is destined to fail without divine intervention. Stop pointing out the problems. Become part of the solution. Stop repeating the past and start creating the future. Face your fears. Fight for your dreams. Grab opportunity by the mane and don't let go. Live like today is the first day of the last day of your life. Burn sinful bridges. Blaze new trails. Live for the applause of the nail-scarred hands. Don't let what's wrong with you keep you from worshiping what's right with God. Dare to fail. Dare to be different. Quit holding out. Quit holding back. Quit running away and chase the lion. I would just say that you guys can do this. And if you've got dreams and goals, Cancun's nothing. If you lead and you surround yourself with like people like Jeanette and Tanya and the leaders that are around you, we are here for you to support you and help you get to where you want to go. Don't go at it alone. Know that you're surrounded by people. And I just love that. So if you want to read that book, Chase the Lion, I promise you, if that don't pump you up, if that don't fire you up, your wood is wet. That's all I'm going to say. Where'd Tanya go?
Woo, awesome. She disappeared. Awesome.
I'm here.
Well, I know we didn't want to keep this too long for you guys, but so I would say unless you guys want to ask any questions, but I'd say get with your Pro 5 and Up leader and get to work. So Rich, I'm calling you this time and you're going to sit down. You're going to talk to me. I'm not going to call Tanya. So you're talking to me. You're going to figure this out with me. And
All
I'll
right,
give
let's
you
do
my
it.
goals. Okay.
I love
Hey
it.
guys. Hey
Hey.
guys, real quick. I am here. I just had to move to my car, but I just want to really ask real quick. Does anyone have a question? I want to make sure that, does anyone have a question they want to ask real quick?
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
kind of weird to hear.
Hey,
Okay, go
I have
ahead.
a question.
Okay, go.
I'm curious about what Jeanette was saying about the $9.50 per person, but then the kids are much cheaper. What
yep.
is that true? How do we
Yes.
figure the prices for kids?
Yep. So Eric would be $150.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And that's all inclusive with him as well. So food and everything. But as we're helping your team, Jennifer, and they're getting 5, we'll get him for free. That's the goal.
All right. That's the goal.
Yep.
Love it.
And I would just say, just remember, you guys, like, use your resources. Just know that the link to Cancun with all this information is on your website, on that homepage. And I want to end in prayer for everybody if we can real quick, and then we'll end the call. So I just would like to close it out in prayer. So
Did we?
yes. Hello.
Sorry, I had another quick question, if that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, just to clarify the new customer PV, that says $40 for 10 points. Is that $40 compounding? Like if they do $80, it's 20 points and so on. Or is it just 10 points total for a new customer with at least the volume of 40?
My understanding is it's compounding up to 600 points max.
I think you're right. I think that's right.
Okay, I have one more question. Sorry.
I think she meant, though, do you mean like if somebody gets a vitality stack at 120, is that 30 points?
Correct.
Yeah, is that
No,
what it is,
I
you
meant
guys?
the 40,
You know?
right. Like, well, every 40 points or every
Right.
$40.
Is
what
every
I'm
$40
saying.
10 points?
That's
Correct.
my understanding because it's the 40 PV, but I'm going to write that down. I'll text Nori tomorrow, Tanya, and I'll ask that.
Okay, perfect.
And I
Okay.
had another question about the elite tickets are $99 each, and you have to buy one for your kid, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So okay, so do those elite tickets, do those count? Is that part of your payment? Like, do you have to add that to your payment? So I would be $950 plus $150 is $1,100, and then I would add those 99 two times onto that.
That's correct.
So I would have $1,300. I would need to split in 4 ways, correct? Or
Yes.
It's actually more than that, Tanya, because it's a 2-room occupancy. So you have to have 2 people in a room.
2 people in a room, so that would be but Eric would.
You said like you and Holly, and then Eric.
Oh, and 2 adults plus a child.
So the 950.
Okay.
950, yeah.
So it's with $950 plus Eric at $150, and then our 2 elite tickets comes to $13, and that is what I would register for and break into four payments, correct?
No, you would do 950 plus 950 plus 150.
Okay, so Holly and I, like for instance, would have to register together and come up with the money together at that time.
Correct, and it can only go on one person's credit card. It can only be under one person, which we could sit down and I could break that down for you, but it is based on a adult occupancy of 2 people.
Okay.
That brings up a good point, you guys. If you have, like I know Haley and Jesse, for instance, the last 2 Elite Academies, they've roomed with the same 2 girls. So let's say you know ahead of time, you've got people in mind that you could room with in Cancun. I would reach out to them as soon as possible and then find that one person that will make that reservation, put that initial down payment onto their card, and then everyone else then is accountable to getting their quarter of that first quarter payment to that person, and then doing so every month until the end of October. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys, let's close in prayer real quick. Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you just so very much for all these amazing people, and just for this gift, Lord, that we've been given to really, as we said, like just chase the lion, to put all fears aside and to just do what it is you put us on this earth to do, which is to live big, which is to live with purpose and have that mind of abundance. We know that you want abundance for us, Lord, that you want that's for our life. So I just pray that with this incentive trip and with this that has been given to us, Lord, that we just make of it what it is you want for us in our life for this journey with LifeVantage. That every day, everyone looks towards you, that they see this in a really big way, Lord, and that they just use this to grow themselves from within, knowing that no matter what steps they take, if they continue to move forward, thinking abundantly, going after this, that just amazing, beautiful things will happen by facing their fears and just going after something so big in their lives, Lord. So I just pray for abundant blessings, for abundant vision, and just for abundant mindset for everyone that is on this call, that hears this call, that goes after this. I just pray for blessings in their life, and that when they feel like they're being knocked down and they feel like at any minute that it's not going to happen, that they can't do it, that they don't retreat, but that they run to you first and then run to this community for support, to lift them back up and keep them moving forward, because we know that those roadblocks are only there to grow us, not to keep us down and not to make us run the other direction. So we give it all to you. Thank you so very much. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. I appreciate you all. Thanks, Jeanette and Rich. Love you guys. Reach out to us with any questions and we'll post this on Team Act. Bye.
Bye.